Hey everyone, it's Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. Copyright disclaimer. Under the Copyright Act of 1976, I am within my full legal right to share these following clips via video and audio. The following creators allow reshare, redistribution, and download of their content, and as always, I credit in the description box down below. Fair use, public domain, TikTok third-party license, and TikTok live automatic third-party license for the use of commentary, reaction, teaching, news reporting, research, comment, and criticism. I am legally within my basic human, civil, and constitutional right to share under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. To share my expressions, views, thoughts, opinions, feelings, and critiques. The First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution guarantees my freedom of religion, freedom to exercise of, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, free assembly, and the right to petition the government and air my grievances. The First Amendment does not cover lies, lies that amount to defamation, slander, libel, harassment, stalking, cyberstalking, bullying, cyberbullying, threats, or any other verbal crimes.
I am so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad because I have a Chad.
Let's rewind time for a moment here, because what was it that bothered Gypsy so much about Ryan posting this?
Let's just give him. I just need a minute, okay? I kept asking questions.
Do y'all remember how much Gypsy was so bothered by that? He's only oh so brokenhearted when he's using my name for clout. Getting gifts and sympathy using my name. What a double standard. What name or reputation can you ever possibly have when you're a convicted murderer? Double standard, my ass. And she's still better looking than you or Ken. I bet she's nicer on the inside too. I said what I fucking said, bitch. Meanwhile, yeah, the happy couple.
Come through.
Hi, Daisy. Oh, the lighting in here is not good.
Thank you so much.
Hi, guys. Hi. We'll close out. Hello. Party life. Oh God, he's getting recognized. Getting recognized. Watch it.
Oh, it's on me now?
It's on you.
Alright. What's up, y'all? Hello from Tucson. Hey, Tucson. We love Tucson. Yes, we're just visiting Austin. We're from New Orleans. What's your name? Ken. That's Gypsy. Good catch. Who's your friend? Ken, I can meet you. Gypsy. We all keep that. Yeah? Where's the next place?
I know, I can't. I'm drinking a buttery finger.
Okay. We went to Rusty Canyon before.
I got hit my limit.
A mile away.
Lord.
ridiculous.
You know, you remind me of Sean Penn from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, I've been told that. Back when I wore my fucking, my Vans and I skateboarded and fucking BMX.
Hanging out with new friends.
Mine.
All right, so where's the next place we're heading to after this?
Oh, now we're bar hopping?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing tonight?
Let's go to 6th Street. What do you think?
No, let's go to,
No, she said it was
just
5th
right
Street.
up the road. Let's go to fucking,
watered down now. It's not nearly as good.
well, you want me to call I will call the bartender. No, let's go to El Camino South. Camino South. Let's go there.
All right.
I don't know either.
Well,
guys.
we can't say where we're going.
Camino South, man.
Camino South. Yeah. No, I'm not from Austin. I used to live here though for a couple of years. Hey y'all, how you doing tonight? What's
Camino
up?
South.
I'm from a lot of places. I lived in Atlanta, Seattle, Austin, Dallas, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, New Orleans,
San Francisco and the gay fucking area.
No, I've never lived in San Francisco. I have visited there.
Yeah, you know you lived in the gay fucking area.
All right.
You're all down there sucking the
All
gay
right. Yeah, this is
rainbow.
Rainbow live with this guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, down there rainbowing up. Rainbow faggot. Kids even old enough to read her.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, our night at the bar. Okay, and we're gone. Bye.
In the gay fucking area.
All right.
You're all down there sucking the gay
Yeah, this is
rainbow.
live with this guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, down there rainbowing up. Rainbow faggot. Kids even old enough to read her.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, our night at the bar. Okay, and we're gone.
All right, we're gonna officially call this a.
I'm super. No, don't press it.
Thank you guys for coming in. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna be in Austin for a couple days.
Well, don't take it.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Stevie?
Whatever that chick bought me.
Hey y'all, how you doing today? What's up? I'm from a lot of places. I lived in Atlanta, Seattle, Austin, Dallas, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, New Orleans,
San Francisco and the gay fucking area.
No, I've never lived in San Francisco. I have visited there.
Yeah, you know you lived in the gay fucking area.
All right.
You're all down there sucking the gay
Yeah, this is
rainbow.
live with this guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, down there rainbowing up. Rainbow faggot. Kids even old enough to read her.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, our night at the bar. Okay, and we're gone. Bye. Right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To freedom.
To freedom.
You only took a baby sip. What is this? It's not so bad. It's like mouthwash.
You swallow mouthwash.
Wow, you can finish
Oh,
that.
I'm gonna have to do that. That is bad.
All right, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did this to you.
Oh.
I I'm sorry I did this to you. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Oh my god.
It's just peppermint schnapps.
Ugh.
New Orleans.
San Francisco in the gay fucking area.
No, I've never lived in San Francisco. I have visited there.
Yeah, you know you lived in the gay fucking area.
All right.
You're all down there.
Gypsy Rose and her baby daddy, Ken Urker, are currently on a road trip from Louisiana visiting Texas, where they went live a couple different times, posted updates on their road trip, and posted his lover, Steve. Of course, that's satire. That is Ken's idea of being funny and clapping back to the haters. But the real comedy is this. Gypsy Rose saying, living life in the moment, YOLO. The world is so beautiful. Explore it. Stopping by Buc-ee's. And not only that, apparently pissing off the locals because they posted this on Reddit. Now let me pan back to something else really quick. The Ivory Rose Grows Wild / Ivory Rose Grows Louder debacle. Of course, she posted this update yesterday saying that she stands 10 toes down on squashing the beef and the drama with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Bree, and Gypsy's family. She says that she is not going to crash out to everybody's comments asking for an explanation, demanding an apology, insinuating in this caption that you are all wrong for thinking and feeling the way that you do. She offered this post today, and this is what it says. We all want to be free. Free to go where we want to go, freedom from restraints, freedom from toxicity, freedom to love who we want to love, freedom to be friends with who you want to be friends with. Just free. Let it go so you can be free and just breathe. The strongest thing that you can do for yourself is put yourself out of the cycles that keep you there, which isn't weak at all. Those that stay in that cycle never breathe, never feel free, and never are as strong as the ones who can pull themselves out of the cycle to elevate. That is growth. She hashtags free. Freedom, be yourself. You got this. Cycles, healing, healing journey, healing TikTok, healing progress, growth, growth mindset, forgiveness. Forgiveness is freedom. Besties, Bayou, Louisiana, FYP, for you, and stay positive. In less than 6 days, Ivory Rose Grows Louder went from being your woo-woo bestie with all of the gyp tea to not only a woman who squashed the drama, a woman who now is friends with Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her crew. And only 3 days ago, she started reiterating all of the same toxic positivity that Gypsy does. So is it any wonder why people believe she's Gypsy's new mouthpiece? Under that new post that she has today, somebody posted this photo, clearly showing how somebody acts like a friend to your face, but then they're two-faced, and behind their back, they are a snake with their fingers crossed. Ivory says this, it wasn't like that, Messiah. The drama of that community paints things that way, and people believe it because of fear, and that's what consuming toxicity does to you. It makes you think people are being sneaky when it's simple squashing beef and a kind invite. Not that I have been working with them and Lifetime to do whatever. I may have done things not the way others wanted me to, but I did what I needed to do for myself. And now, those same people y'all believed about me is now doing the same thing to another. It's eating itself from the inside out, and it's sad to watch unfold with a higher perspective. I'm sorry for the way it looked, but I've always been honest. I didn't lie to y'all. I repeated the gossip, and that contributed to all of this hate we are all consuming in a cycle over and over again. I just simply wanted out of that hate cycle, and I'm happier for it. Do I miss y'all? Absolutely. But it was sad to read and hear some of the ones I really cared about say what they said while choosing to not believe me because of the hate y'all are eating every day. Truly was heartbreaking. I'ma just go where I'm being treated with open heart and understanding. Doesn't matter the side. Sides don't exist to me anymore. Only peace does. Heart emoji. Yet she has limited her comments and been filtering them, leaving only positive ones. Now, I do believe that most people can be capable of being granted redemption, forgiveness, mercy. But that's the thing, you have to be wanting and asking of it. And the same thing that she did to Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Bree and Christy, she also did to Sir Morbid X and a beauty influencer named Flawless Nina. Has she come forward and apologized to those people as well? Absolutely not. She, like everybody else, is only focused on Gypsy. Why? Because she came out of the woodworks a year late and just decided to put herself into all of this drama. She's the one that was creating false drama that wasn't true, that she didn't actually hear from somebody, that she just assumed or made up. Now, I don't have to know somebody's mental health status, their mental disability, mental illness, nor do I have to know their religious preferences to know one thing for certain. When you come to the internet expressing your opinions, that is not hate and that is not bullying. That is explicitly protected by our very Constitution. So what one person may consider hate and bullying or cyberbullying really isn't. Maybe that's what she knows she really was doing. But you're making it seem like all content creators, that's all they do. While the internet and content creation can be an extremely wonderful and beautiful thing, it is extremely hard. It is not for the weak of heart, mind, or stomach. It is a place that can exacerbate issues that you may already have, whether they be mental, emotional, physical. Then there is what your content is based on: truth, honesty, facts, transparency, the amount of time that goes into filming your hardware, your software, and last but never least, consistency. You got to have consistency. And I really do pray and hope that Ivory Rose Grows Louder is able to come to a place of healing. But I think the intent of which she started her TikTok and her YouTube, I think that's 9/10 of her battle, because she created those pages with the intent to talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, gossip, tea, drama. And if that's her path and she feels like apologizing to Bree and to Gypsy is what will bring her to healing, that's fine. But she conveniently forgot Sir Morbid X, Flawless Nina, among other content creators. She also made what she calls hate content and bullying content about them. And when she told everybody that she deleted all of her Gypsy content, that's not true, because I showed you yesterday on her YouTube, a lot of it is still there. But I think where everybody in the community has a problem is that they really felt bad for her. They offered her money, time, their sympathy. And with how many people out there in the world work very, very hard for what they have, the fact that they were willing to give her anything, it screams entitled and attention seeking, exactly like Gypsy Rose. So here's my point. I really do hope that she heals, but I really think that what she should do, in my own opinion, is that she should delete those pages and she should start over fresh, new as herself. That way, every single subscriber that she does have is not tied to the Gypsy drama, the hate and the cyberbullying, she now calls it. Because if it really is about intent, and she knows that she had malicious and ill intent towards Gypsy, the problem I have is now you're rubbing shoulders, going out for drinks and smiling in photographs, while you for 6 days conveniently forget to tell people until you have to. Even then, offering no apology, asking for forgiveness, or explanation. Nobody made her come to TikTok or YouTube. She's right about that. She only has herself to blame for that, as do we all. But she sits there and gaslights everybody with the crying and the this and the that. But she spent the last 3 days in a row now trying to blame the community. Not only are you wrong, you're spreading gossip and hate and bullying her, simply for having your own thoughts, feelings hurt over what she did. The fact that she didn't even have the burden and obligation to come to her community first, that she didn't even care about her community enough to even tell you that she was in a dark place for 2 weeks. but she still posted as if she wasn't. And her first thought is to go to Bree and Gypsy. Not her community, not other content creators that she also has talked about. That is what is deeply upsetting. And I do wish her the best. I hope that she can come to a place where she can get the mental health help that she needs and that she is able to heal. But I just don't see that really being the case because she's out drinking with Gypsy and her crew. It is true that Gypsy does collect in her crew a lot of people that are emotionally or mentally fragile, or people that have physical issues, body image issues, weight issues, medical issues, people that she psychologically, physically, and emotionally don't see as competition or a threat. But Ivory Rose grows louder. If she truly considered herself to be one of Gypsy's biggest bullies, then that's killing two birds with one stone for Gypsy. Not only does she get to display how forgiving she really is, proving that she should be worthy of forgiveness as well, but she also gets to do exactly what she did with Adaptive Kate. Play her friend for a couple months, placate her, turn around and distance herself from her, then discard and dispose of her. But she also gets to play victim by saying, see, look, one of my biggest bullies finally realized that they were really bullying, and now we are friends. Aren't I so amazing? Because I am so forgiving. That tells me that friendship was the intent the whole time.
Hey everybody!
Hey.
So I just wanted to send a little video saying hey everybody, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, stay positive.
Gypsy Rose, author, advocate, influencer, anti-bullying advocate, public figure who didn't ask for the limelight, mommy vlogger, conveniently turned drunkard. But one thing she will never escape is the fact that she is a convicted murderer. The knife used was given to Nicholas by Gypsy. He stated he would not have killed anyone unless Gypsy had asked him to, and this is why he killed Claudinia. He mailed the knife to his home address so he would not get caught with it. That was Gypsy's idea. Nicholas said he went to the bathroom where Gypsy was hiding at to let her know that he had cut his finger with the knife while he was stabbing her mother. They both began cleaning up the blood in the hallway. They went in Dee Dee's bedroom and took several $1,000s from a safe from inside Claudinia's bedroom. Nicholas stated that he knew he would not have killed anybody if it wasn't for Gypsy asking him to, and that he knew what he did was wrong. Gypsy orchestrated and planned this murder. She's the one that stole the knife from Walmart and put it in Nick's hand. She is guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. That is what she truly did. Missouri statute for first-degree premeditated homicide states, anyone over the age of 18 who knowingly causes the death of another person upon deliberation of the matter. And Gypsy had been deliberating for nearly 4.5 years. In the spring of 2011 and again on June 14th of 2011, she tried to take her mother's life twice. But she didn't meet Nick online on a Christian for free dating website until October of 2012. The truth and the fact is this: if Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard had not hired, solicited, or manipulated Nicholas Godejohn into helping her kill her mother, she would have found another way to do it, or she would have found somebody else to do it for her. Gypsy is the one who found Nick on a dating website, seen his profile, and reached out to him as her co-conspirator and her accessory to her first-degree premeditated murder. A lot of people believe, which is typical in cases like this, that he should have got the lesser sentence than her, and for his honesty and his cooperation. Otherwise, you incentivize positively the wrong, more guilty party into lying on their co-conspirator and their accessory, throwing them under the bus essentially to save themselves for what they are mostly culpable for. But we don't need the news to tell us that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is not the person that she seemed to be. The person that she role plays and play acts to be today, with the toxic positivity, the healing and staying positive and YOLO and life is so beautiful and the world is so beautiful, go explore it. We watched her get out on December 28th of 2023, and we have watched how she really is. We know what's under that facade. And it's not just a person who is capable of orchestrating a murder. It's a person who creates so much chaos and destruction in the lives of many. A nearly 34-year-old woman who at the time was nearly 24 when she took her mother's life. And make no mistake, by the very definition and the legal standard, Gypsy Rose Blanchard killed her mom. Planning a murder is still first-degree murder. We watched how she treated Ryan Anderson. We watched the fights between her and her stepmother, Christy. We watched her discard and dispose of friends. We have seen her utilize and weaponize TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to not only harm others, but to bully others, to mass report others. And she did the same thing in the commission of her crime. The only difference is it was a different social media app and a different website. Do I believe that Gypsy Rose Blanchard miraculously had a baby and then changed? That she just wants to be a mom and have a simple life? That she's so positive and she's healing? That she's truly changed? Absolutely not. We know better because we have watched her own actions, words, choices, and behaviors prove that. She just wants to convince everybody of otherwise because that's her whole selling point. Toxic positivity post-release. The perpetual victim on the journey of healing, finally having her freedom. But remember, on January 5th of 2024, she did an entire book called Released, Conversations on the Eve of Freedom. But of course, being released from Chillicothe wasn't freedom. It was truly getting off of parole. But Gypsy not only had one of the most lenient parole officers, she had Mike Stanfield acting as a buffer between her and her parole officer, literally handling her parole. What percentage as her manager right now do you think that he gets from everything? And why does Gypsy continuously smile for the cameras? Because, in my opinion, Mike Stanfield used his personal relationship to broker her a sweetheart plea deal. And she owes all of that freedom to him. First, he saved her from the death penalty. Then, he got her the best of prison reform. And third, he made it all go away by throwing Nick under the bus and throwing the book at him. Mike Stanfield fucked around and got Gypsy the best of prison reform. And now the whole world is finding out. But the most tragic part of the whole thing is that while he was doing that for 10 years, what they weren't doing was rehabilitating and reforming Gypsy. The shackles are off, and the devil is working overtime in all 7 layers of hell. But truth, light, facts, and justice will always prevail in the end. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked my video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you on the next one.